Jeff with Prescott Home Safety, and just wanted to talk to you all today about cleaning the glass on your wood stove or your fireplace. I know a lot of times people try to use the magical blue stuff from the grocery store, and a lot of times it just doesn't do the job that you need it to do. So what we start out with is this Woodstove glass cleaner by MEECO'S Red Devil. It's the best stuff we've found for cutting through all this carbon and creosote buildup. I definitely recommend using it in a well-ventilated area. It puts off some fumes that'll make you hack and gag. Pretty uncomfortable. But we'll go ahead and show you today what we use and kind of how we go through the process. So this stuff we just spray it on, and like I said, it's going to put off some fumes, so kind of step back and let it do its thing. It takes a few minutes for it to soak in and really break that stuff apart. Okay, so that stuff's had a little bit of time to soak, break up that carbon that's built up on here. So a lot of times it takes a couple treatments with this stuff to really get it where it needs to be. So we're cutting through some of it. Pretty good layer built up on this. All right, we'll give it another coat. Let that sit for a little while. And we're only letting it sit for probably 30 or 40 seconds in between scrubbing it. Alright, so we definitely have some pretty stubborn buildup on this one. I've made a lot of progress, but still have quite a ways to go. So we'll try one more time just to put a real good thick coat of the Woodstove glass cleaner on here, and we'll let it soak for probably a minute or two this go around, and give it another scrub. See if we need to let it soak a little bit longer. One thing I've found with this stuff is if you let it sit for too long, it'll end up evaporating, and then you're just kind of right back where you started because it'll all just dry out again. It really needs to be kind of scrubbed while that stuff is still wet. Well, we're making progress. You can see that I'm still getting black stuff off of it. You know, we haven't found anything that's an absolute miracle cleaner for this stuff. You got to think about it. It's all that smoke that's just been baked on there by the heat of the wood stove. So it does take time, a little bit of elbow grease, but you'll get there eventually. All right, so that's probably as much as we're going to be able to get done with this particular glass cleaner. Now, I know that there's probably going to be some people in the comments section that talk about how you shouldn't be using one of these scrapers. Standard scraper you can get at your hardware store. Razor blade in there. People will be critical because there's a chance that you could scratch the glass. And I get it, I understand that. But as long as you're going slow, you've got a fresh razor blade on here, and you're not giving it a whole lot of pressure, I've never had an issue scratching any glass. So, like I said, just go real slow, not a whole lot of pressure. And then as you're working towards these edges, you just got to be very careful about the gasket that's in here. You don't want to end up nicking that with the razor blade, because then That's going to create a whole nother maintenance and repair issue. Something else when you're using the scraper that might help you out a little bit is play with different angles. You know, when you hold it at a steeper angle, a lot of times you don't really get any of that junk off of there. So you got to kind of lift the handle of the scraper up away from the glass a little bit just to get a little bit different angle. And you'll find that sweet spot where it really starts scraping the stuff off of there. Give it one last final shot of the MEECO'S glass cleaner, both outside and in. And we're just looking for any spots that we might need to touch up with the razor blade. Oh man, that stuff is strong. Alright, and then just a last little touch up. That's when we can use the blue stuff from the grocery store. Again, both inside and out. All right. And so that's how we take care of cleaning the fireplace glass. Like I said, I know a lot of times it can be a real pain to get it as clean as you want it. That's what we found works best for us. It's part of every one of our chimney or fireplace cleanings. So if you need yours taken care of, give us a call. Prescott Home Safety, 928-925-1012. Thanks.